Yeah, well, I said yes. It's always this sort of gut feeling, but it turned up. I thought it was really funny, and I wanted to play Edith because there's so much to her. You think she's one thing, and then you find out there's so much more. Same with all human beings. But I thought it'd be funny to play her. I feel very empathetic towards her. She's clearly being oppressed at home under the thumb of her father, and I'm 50 now, but she was certainly 49 when we filmed it.
Definitely.
Yeah. And to still have no agency and no freedom, and the way she sort of reacts to that, I loved her for. The producer side is totally by accident. It's more that I'm married to Ed, who's a producer. Well, I loved the fact that I think it's slightly sort of cack-handed swearing, isn't it? It's like a kid has learnt all these rude words and they're just putting them all in blah, blah, blah. I've learnt the word piss, and if I put piss and sack together, that's quite funny. And it was sort of, sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say things on your, but I loved the slightly rubbish nature of the swearing, and it is obviously so much fun to say that at work. And, to think my kids are doing very sensible things in school and mummy's off to work to put on an outfit, put on a wig and swear at people all day. It's kind of marvellous. I really enjoyed it. But my favourite, I always remember when Timothy, who plays my father, reads out, "You want fucking in the nose holes." That's my favourite. It made me giggles and snort through my nose every time he said it.
I mean, we had it in mind because it's the parallels are very obviously there when you're doing something from 100 years ago. We by default we think about how do we handle these things nowadays. I would love it if we were kinder to each other. I understand that what I was drawn to, and it's always nice to hear Olivia talk about what it is that it encapsulates a character, what it is that draws her to it. For me, the complexity of Edith is she was such a conundrum. Although actually, I don't find her hard to understand. It's that she's very complex, but the layers are all obviously there. And for me to find a character who there's so much pain that you also want to understand it, I feel very drawn to that, particularly in the concept of a comedy, which is just brilliant to have the two sides. So I would love it if people come away from this and think, I do have a choice. I have a choice in how I behave with other people. We all have difficult times, but you don't have to be mean to other people in how you present yourself.